Hey there, friend. Have you ever noticed how it seems like every little bug going around finds you these days? Maybe you're at the grocery store, and someone sneezes 3 aisles over, and next thing you know, you're the one reaching for the tissues. I've had those moments myself, shuffling around the house with a cold, thinking, I used to shrug these things off, what's changed? It's easy to chalk it up to getting older and say, well, I'm past 65 now, I guess that's just how it is. But what if there's more to it than that? What if your immune system's fading a bit, and there's something you can do to help it fight back? See, after 65, our immune system starts to feel the years. It's been our trusty shield through decades of colds, flus, and who knows what else, but it's not as quick on its feet anymore. Things like fewer germ-fighting cells and slower repair time creep in, and suddenly, we're catching stuff we used to dodge without a second thought. It's not our fault, it's just how our bodies shift as we rack up the miles. But here's the good news, we don't have to sit back and let it happen. There are simple, everyday fixes that can give your immunity a leg up, no fancy pills or doctor visits required. That's why we're here together today. We're going to walk through why your immunity fades after 65 and 4 fixes to fight back. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end, because the last fix is so easy and surprising, it might just change how you start your day. So, grab a comfy spot, maybe a warm drink, and let's dive in together. First up, let's talk about something we all know we need but don't always get enough of, sleep. I know, it sounds like the oldest advice in the book, right? But after 65, good sleep is like a superpower for your immune system. When you're snoozing, your body's busy rebuilding those defenses, churning out cells to tackle germs, and keeping everything in balance. Trouble is, sleep can get tricky as we age. Maybe you're waking up more or it takes forever to drift off. I've had my share of restless nights, staring at the clock, thinking, come on, just let me rest. My friend Doris had it too. She'd stay up late worrying about the kids, then feel wiped out for days. She started winding down earlier, turning off the TV, sipping some chamomile, and she swears she's dodged more colds since. It's not about being perfect, just aiming for 7 or 8 hours of solid rest. So, if you're burning the midnight oil, try easing into a little bedtime routine, maybe a book or a quiet stretch. It's a small tweak that can give your immune system a fighting chance. Now, let's move on to something you can do with your fork, eating more colorful fruits and veggies. Oh, I know, it's not breaking news, but those bright oranges, leafy greens, and juicy berries are like fuel for your immunity after 65. They're packed with vitamins like C and A, plus antioxidants that help your body stay tough against bugs. As we age, we don't soak up nutrients as well, so piling your plate with color is a smart move. My neighbor Bill used to stick to meat and potatoes. He'd laugh and say, that's man food. But he started tossing some spinach into his eggs and snacking on an orange, and he's been sick less than ever. I've been at it too, just slicing some peppers into my lunch or keeping berries by the sink for a quick bite, and I swear I feel more ready for whatever's out there. It's not about overhauling every meal, just sneaking in a little more brightness where you can. So, next time you're at the store, grab an extra piece of fruit or a bag of greens, your immune system will be cheering you on. These first two, sleeping well and eating colorful foods, they're like the foundation for fighting back, aren't they? They're so doable, using stuff we've already got in our lives, and they start turning the tide on that fading immunity. But there's more we can do, and the next fix is one that got me moving in a way I didn't expect. Let's keep going and explore that together. So, we've been having this little chat about why our immunity starts to fade after 65 and how we can fight back, haven't we? It's pretty amazing how something as simple as getting enough sleep and eating colorful fruits and veggies can give our bodies a nudge in the right direction. They're like the quiet helpers that don't need much fuss, just a bit of attention to keep our defenses from slipping too far. Now, let's keep the momentum going and talk about something we all know we should do but sometimes forget, staying hydrated. I know, it's one of those things that sounds too basic to matter, but trust me, keeping that water flowing can do wonders for your immune system after 65. When we're hydrated, our body's like a well-oiled machine, flushing out the junk and keeping those immune cells moving where they need to be. Trouble is, after 65, we don't always feel thirsty the way we used to, so it's easy to let a day slip by without sipping much. I've caught myself doing that, busy with the garden or a good book, and suddenly it's evening and I've barely touched my glass. My friend Clara had it worse. She'd get these nagging little colds, and her doctor pointed out she was barely drinking anything. She started keeping a pitcher with a slice of lemon on her table, sipping through the day, and she swears she's tougher against those bugs now. It's not about drowning yourself, just aiming for 6 to 8 glasses, maybe keeping a bottle handy or adding a splash of fruit to make it fun. So, if you're not already best buddies with your water glass, try sipping a bit more. It's a little trick that keeps your immune system humming along. And speaking of keeping things moving, let's talk about something that surprised me with how much it helps: getting a bit of exercise. I know, when you're feeling run down, the last thing you might want is to lace up your shoes, right? I thought the same thing. My recliner looked a lot cozier than a walk around the block. But even a little movement can wake up your immune system after 65. It gets your blood pumping, helps those germ-fighting cells circulate, and keeps your body from getting too sluggish. My neighbor Frank found this out the hard way. He'd sit all day tinkering with his models, then wonder why he caught every cold going around. He started taking a 10-minute stroll after lunch, just around the yard, and he says he feels like he's got more fight in him. I've been at it too, nothing big, just some stretches while the coffee brews or a lap around the house, and I swear I'm not dragging as much. It's not about running marathons, just 15 or 20 minutes of something easy, like walking or swaying to your favorite tune. So, if you've been glued to the couch lately, try a little wiggle. It's like giving your immunity a friendly shake to get back in gear. These two, staying hydrated and getting some exercise, they're like the perfect pair for fighting back, aren't they? Water keeps everything flowing smoothly, and a bit of movement gets your defenses fired up. They don't need much, just a sip here, a step there, and they work together to give your immune system a lift. I love how Clara's sipping her lemon water and Frank's strolling his way to better days. It's got me feeling like we've got more power than we think. But there's one more fix up our sleeve, and it's so simple, it might just catch you off guard with how well it works. Let's keep going and uncover that together. So, we've been having this little talk about why our immunity fades after 65 and how we can fight back, haven't we? It's pretty incredible how things like sleeping well, eating colorful foods, staying hydrated, and getting a bit of exercise can team up to give our bodies a boost. They're so simple, fitting right into our days, and they're like a quiet rebellion against that slowdown we feel creeping in. Now, let's wrap this up with one more fix that's so easy and surprising, it might just change how you tackle your day: managing stress. I know, it's not something you can eat or drink, but trust me, keeping those worries in check can be a game changer for your immune system after 65. Stress is like a sneaky little gremlin. It slips in and wears you down when you least expect it. After 65, maybe it's the bills piling up, the grandkids keeping you on your toes, or just the world feeling a bit heavier than it used to, and all that tension can sap your immune system's strength. When we're stressed, our body's too busy fretting to fight off germs properly. I've felt it myself. Those days when I'm wound up tight, I swear I catch every bug floating around. My friend Ruth had it too. She'd fuss over everything, from her garden to her son's late calls, and she'd end up under the weather more than anyone I know. Then she started taking a few minutes each day to just sit quietly, sometimes with a cup of tea, sometimes just breathing deep, and she says it's like she's got a new lease on health. She hasn't been laid up in months. It's not about wiping stress out completely, who could, but finding a way to let it roll off a bit. For me, it's a short walk or putting on some old tunes, anything to tell my mind, hey, take it easy. So, if you're feeling the weight lately, try carving out 5 or 10 minutes to unwind, maybe a stretch, a chat with a friend, or just closing your eyes for a spell. It's a small move that can give your immunity some room to shine. And there we go, friends, we've walked through why your immunity fades after 65 and 4 fixes to fight back, getting enough sleep to recharge those defenses, eating colorful fruits and veggies for that vitamin kick, staying hydrated to keep things flowing, moving a bit to wake up your system, and now managing stress to keep it all in balance. It's kind of eye-opening, isn't it? How these little shifts, stuff we can do without turning our lives upside down, can come together to make us feel tougher against whatever's out there. I love how Ruth's sipping tea in peace and Frank's strolling his way to fewer colds. It's proof we've got more fight in us than we might think. These aren't big, daunting changes, they're just tweaks that fit right into the rhythm of our days. These years after 65, they're for enjoying the good stuff, aren't they? Laughing with family, tending our hobbies, or just soaking in a slow morning, not for being knocked out by every sniffle that comes along. So, if you're feeling like your immune system's been fading, pick one of these fixes and give it a try. Maybe start with an extra glass of water or a few quiet minutes today. See how it feels, and go from there. Have you ever found something that helps you fight back? Maybe a trick you've leaned on, drop it in the comments, because I'd love to hear what's keeping you strong. We're all in this together, sharing what works to keep going. And if this video gave you a spark to fight back, hit that like button. It's a little nod to let me know I'm helping out. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't yet, we've got more coming to keep you feeling your best, no matter the years. Thanks for hanging out with me today, friends. Here's to fighting back and thriving. Cheers to you.